If you opened your portal this week and saw the word denied, I know exactly how devastating that feels. But this moment is not the end, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through the next steps that can still change your college admissions journey. Hey there parents, families, and students, my name is Andrew Hoffman. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a former director of admissions at Swarthmore, and I worked at the Vanderbilt admissions office for 6 years. I've denied, hundreds of thousands of students during my career, and I'm here to tell you I know how much this hurts, especially for early decision. You've worked for years toward this moment. Getting a no from a top college feels personal, but it is not a reflection of your value, your worth, or even the quality of your application. Selective admissions is driven by two major forces: the extreme competition within an applicant pool, driven by the thousands of students who apply each year, and institutional priorities, or the needs of the college within a given year. And here's the truth, you don't entirely control either of those things. Today's video is all about what to do next, not focused on the negative, but from a place of redirection, clarity, and strategy. Let's dive in. In an early round, there really are only 3 outcomes: admit, deny, and defer. Next week, I'll be doing a full video on what to do if you're deferred. But today, we're focused specifically on what to do if you're denied, what it means, and more importantly, how to move forward strategically. A denied early decision is what I call an opportunity for redirection. A lot of students mentally pause their regular decision applications while waiting for the early decision results. Maybe you've been on this pause for weeks. If that's you and you just got your decision, your immediate first step is to redirect all of your energy toward regular decision applications. Okay, so give yourself a beat, like a day, but then get started. January 1st and just after that are when all of the regular decision applications are due at selective schools. Those deadlines are closer than they seem, and now is the time to finish off strong. So first, ask yourself honestly, do I need to change anything about this application based on what I've learned from this early decision denial? You heard my earlier points. Your decision typically doesn't have very much to do with any weaknesses within your application. But I also read a ton of applications, and some could use some tweaking, editing, revising, and reordering. Second, ask yourself, are my stories clear? Are my supplements compelling? Are my activities represented thoughtfully? Am I doing too much in the application? Trying to cram too much into a 250-word why us essay is a common mistake among students, for example. While you can't go back in time and rewrite your early decision supplements, you can refocus your energy and think about your regular decision supplements in a different way. And if you want expert eyes on your materials, I do offer an application review service. You can go to my website, askdrhoffman.com. This is where I go through your application, transcript, activities list, essays, everything, and provide detailed, actionable recommendations before you submit your regular decision choices. It's a rare opportunity to get direct insight from someone who's read thousands and thousands of applications at highly selective colleges and universities, and from someone who's actually made those decisions. Click on the link below to get started. Next, think about if early decision 2 is a right plan for you. Maybe you applied early action and you were denied, and early decision just isn't the best fit for you. I get that, but if you applied ED1 and you have a strong second choice that offers ED2, and many selective colleges do, by the way, this can be a strong strategic move. Schools like Johns Hopkins, Tufts, Vanderbilt, Emory, NYU, Wesleyan, Bowdoin, Swarthmore, Colby, UChicago, and many more. Now ask yourself, would I be comfortable making a binding commitment to this institution? Probably the most important consideration is financial aid, but you might have other reasons as well. And does this college genuinely feel like a good academic, social, and financial fit for me? And if those answers are yes, then ED2 might be a really viable strategic option for you. And it can meaningfully increase your chances. It depends on the institution. Those deadlines are right around January 1st, so you have a few weeks to make that decision. Now let's talk about reassessing your list. I think a knee-jerk reaction to any denied decision, especially when you thought you had a really good chance of getting in, is panicking. It's questioning everything. Am I going to get into any of the schools on my list? Am I going to go to college? What does this even say about me? Just let those questions go. I'm sure if you are listening to this video, the vast majority of students are going to go to a 4-year institution. But a good, legitimate next step is to reassess your college list. If you already went through a comprehensive, well thought out process of building a balanced college list, then you're probably set. Most students choose a reach school for their ED school. Of course, many students are denied as a result of this, and a lucky few are admitted. But if that's the case, just forge ahead. But if you're looking at your list at this point and saying to yourself, wow, I really thought I chose a target school for my ED choice, then we might need to reassess, especially if you have a ton of reaches in regular decision. It might be time to be honest with yourself and ensure that you have enough target and likely schools on your list. Listen, just because you were denied admission from, let's say, Northwestern ED, doesn't mean you have zero chance at other highly selective institutions. Northwestern is a reach for literally everyone. But if you're coming from Indiana and Indiana University isn't on your list because you were banking on Northwestern, it might be time to add that public flagship to your list. Obviously, this is just an example, but take another look at your list and make some adjustments accordingly. Now, if you're an international student seeking need-based financial aid, a denied decision is unfortunately very, very common. At highly selective colleges that are admitting 5 to 10% of their overall pool, they might be admitting just 1 to 2% of international students seeking need-based financial aid, maybe even fewer than that. The competition is intense. So the best strategy right now is to strengthen your regular decision applications. Perhaps you rush through some of the essay writing in your early decision application. Now is the time to spend more energy on those essays and supplements. Strongly consider early decision 2 colleges that meet full demonstrated financial need if it's a strong fit for you. And be realistic but optimistic about the range of schools that you're applying to, and maximize those. It's not uncommon for international students to apply to all 20 spots on the Common application, and then move to other application platforms such as the Coalition application. I wish it wasn't like this, and I know by even saying this I'm probably making the problem worse, but if you as an individual are watching this video, I'm trying to maximize your chances. Now let me briefly talk to our QuestBridge non-match students. If you didn't match on December 1st, which is the National College Match Day, that is not a denied decision. I know this is confusing, so let me break it down for you as someone who coordinated QuestBridge for Swarthmore for many years. Not getting matched simply means you didn't match at one of your ranked colleges. Maybe you only ranked 3 colleges, or maybe you ranked 15. There are 2 critical pieces of review during the match process. One is the academic review, which you're very familiar with, and the other is the financial aid review. And plenty of students are not matched to their ranked colleges because of financial aid. Colleges can and do often admit students in their regular decision round among those students who ranked them originally. There were plenty of students who ranked Swarthmore, didn't match to Swarthmore or any other institution, applied for regular decision, and received good news from the admissions office and financial aid office in the spring. And I think this is super common among QuestBridge partners. So QuestBridge students, your journey is not over, and you should still apply to the colleges on your list. Just be sure to review the options following the match on the QuestBridge website and follow those instructions. Okay, finally, let's talk appeals. Some colleges don't provide any opportunity for you to appeal your decision. It's an absolute final decision after long deliberations in the early decision or early action committee. Other colleges technically allow for appeals in denied decisions, but in nearly every case, I strongly recommend against it. Appeals often only work when a genuine error occurred, like the wrong transcript was submitted or a major piece of information was missing. That's one of the reasons why colleges are so diligent about reaching out to you and your counselor if they are missing any information. In my nearly 2 decades of reading applications, I can count on just one hand how many decisions changed after that appeal was submitted. Appealing not only has a very low success rate, but it also puts you through the ringer of being an emotional roller coaster for a longer period of time. Your time and energy are better spent focusing on strengthening your regular decision applications. So to recap, a denied decision isn't a reflection of your worth or your value. It's an opportunity for redirection. Your focus now should be on regular decision applications, a possible ED2 strategy, and making sure your materials are as strong as they can be. Check out my videos on how admission officers actually read and evaluate your application. It'll give you at least a sense of how admission officers arrived at your decision. And if you enjoyed this video, please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified every time I release a new video. Good luck, and we'll see you in the next video.